Hi, I'm Jon Gilberson, representing TAP Milwaukee, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, here at Summerfest, backstage with Aloe Blacc, who is playing tonight at the BMO Harris Center, and BMO Harris Pavilion, rather, and just wanted to ask him a few questions, obviously doing right now. I was curious, I was reading about your hit with Avicii. Yeah. 22 countries, #1. I mean, how did that roll in for you? I mean, when did you start getting the word that that was going to be so huge?
Oh, well. The record label definitely tells you right away as the song is progressing and becoming bigger. We never expected it to be a massive success the way it was, but I think maybe just we put all 100% into what we did, and the people responded in kind.
Yeah, and I also wanted to say, I mean, you've made that jump to a major label, and I was wondering how that adjustment's going for you.
It's a pretty significant change in my career, but the adjustment is not so difficult. It's really helpful to have a major label that have the infrastructure and the resources, the relationships to help expand my career.
Mm-hmm. Now, this a new album. The new album is a little slicker than the easier stuff, but it still has definitely that soul background, without a doubt, that you can't miss it. Now, do you consider yourself part of the whole, part of neo soul? I mean, Kendrick Lamar is playing the Marcus Amphitheater right next door to you.
I definitely consider myself part of the spectrum of soul music, and as I progress in my career, I want to be able to communicate music without the specific genre categories. I just want to write really good songs, and I can produce them as soul songs or produce them as rock songs or whatever particular genre fits the message best.
I mean, as far as moving into more of the pop arena, as some of your album has done recently, I mean, what was your sort of input for that?
Well, on a major label, the infrastructure and the resources they have are basically made to operate in a pop environment. So for me, what I'd like to do is just write genuine, authentic music that I think makes sense for my audience and my my artistry. And then, like I said, we can produce it to work for radio or produce it to work for live show. And that ultimately is how I think I navigate the pop world. Rather than forcing songs into a pop structure, just write a really good song first, and you can produce it in any genre you'd like.
And I have to say, I really have been enjoying. I've really been enjoying "Lift Your Spirit." I've really enjoyed the album. It really has the strongs to it, and I really, again, I like the fact that you've figured out a way to sort of, you can keep the old soul, but give it an adjustment into modern, which can be tricky sometimes.
Yeah, it can be tricky. I don't want to offend the song, and I don't want to offend my audience at all. But I still want to be creative and exploratory, and and give the record label what they need in order to do their business as well.
All right. So how far along are you with obviously the touring? That takes up a lot of time. But
touring takes up time. I'm always working on new music though, and I've got a lot of songs written. I spent a week in Nashville and worked with some of the really best songwriters that I've met in my life.
You gotta tell me a little bit about Nashville.
Well, Nashville is a beautiful place. It's full of wonderful people and great music.
A lot of songwriters.
And it is a heaven for songwriters. And quickly realized that I was out of my league when I visited, but nonetheless had a great opportunity to work with amazing songwriters and put together some beautiful songs that will definitely be candidates, competitive candidates for my next album. If not, I'll find a way to maybe do more work in Nashville and release music it's country but not country. If you're not a country artist and you're not a country fan, it's not the same thing. Country is a state of mind, and it's a culture. So an artist like myself, I can write a song and I can put all the bells and whistles on it to make it sound like it's supposed to be country, but it's not going to be country. And that's ultimately not what I want to attempt to do. I want to make great songs with great songwriters. And if they appreciate it and they embrace it, even though it's not country and not of their culture, that's wonderful. Because I know that a good song wins regardless of genre.
Well, I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate your time, Ms. Blacc. Very much appreciate it. Thank you very much.